Let's learn the continuous time convolution of two signals. And to understand the process of convolution, this is an easiest problem. So let's do the convolution of u of t signal with u of t itself. So identify one as x of t and the other one as h of t. Let's draw both of these signals. The x of t signal looks in this way. Its amplitude is 1, running from 0 to infinity, and the h of t is also the same signal, so runs from 0 to infinity. And on the left side, means from 0 to minus infinity, these signals are having 0 value. Now, the convolution of these signals is given by y of t. And this y of t is the integration from minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau h of t minus tau d tau. As we know, these both are the infinite signals. As these both are infinite signals, we should go for the following steps. So let's obtain these x of tau and h of t minus tau signals for multiplication. So x of tau is the signal, just a t is replaced with tau. So same signal wherein t is replaced with tau is drawn here. And similarly h of tau. But we are in need of h of t minus tau. H of t minus tau is the time reversed version of h of tau. So this is our h of t minus tau signal. H of t minus tau signal. So as it is the time reversed version, so it runs from 0 to minus infinity. Its amplitude will be 1. Now, for this signal, we are not writing it as just h of minus tau. We are writing it as h of t minus tau, wherein the value of t is considered to be 0. Now, let's move this h of t minus tau, because if we keep both the signals static, if we are keeping both the signals fixed, then there will not be like a multiplication and the process of convolution will not be understood. So x of tau is been fixed. So this is our fixed signal. We are not going to move this. It's going to be from 0 to infinity itself. Now h of t minus tau signal. The h of t minus tau signal is a movable signal. It is a movable signal. So as the signal moves, we need to move it throughout the axis. I mean from minus infinity to plus infinity, we need, in order to find the convolution, we'll be moving this. It is a moving signal. So it is a moving signal. So if we move this h of t minus tau throughout the axis to find what is the result. So for this right now, if when t is negative, I mean when the value of this t is negative, when this axis is tau, when this t is negative, when t is less than 0, then the signal is going to move on the left side. The signal is going to move on the left side means the signal is going to be this one only, h of t minus tau itself. This one is h of t minus tau signal itself. If the value of this t, let's say, is equal to minus 2, if the value of this t is minus 2, then the signal looks in this way. Now the signal, whichever is running from 0 to minus infinity, it will run from minus 2 to minus infinity. So the signal's place is shifted 2 units to the left. So its amplitude is going to be 1 only, but it moves 2 units on the left side. So this is h of t minus tau. The value of t is minus 2. We can call the signal as h of minus 2 minus tau. So this will be the place. Now let's see this scenario. If this kind of a thing happens, now t is minus 2, and let's superimpose x of t here. If we superimpose x of t at this place, so let's do it with the other color. Let's superimpose our x of t signal, x of tau signal, this signal, it is running from 1 to infinity. Now this is our x of tau signal we are drawing, and the signal is running from 0 to infinity. As this is running from 0 to infinity, right now our h of t minus tau signal is on this side and x of tau signal is on this side. If I choose the value of t, let's say the value of rt is equal to, let's take the value of t as minus 10, some value, let's say the value of t is minus 10. If the value of t is minus 10, then this signal is left shifted by 10 units. Means instead of starting at minus 2 when t is minus 2, now in place of 0 it will go to minus 10. So from minus 10 to minus infinity it will be running. Its amplitude is 1. Now there is no multiplication or overlap between these two signals or these two signals. So multiplication is impossible. Even though whatever may be the value of t, that is negative, even if the value of t is, if I choose the value of t as minus 0.1, if the value of t is chosen to be as minus 0.1, then this signal is left shifted by 0.1 value. Means it will be, let's say 0.1 is here, but it is on the left of 0. So the signal will be in this fashion. Its amplitude is 1. So it will be minus 0.1. So from minus 0.1 to minus infinity, the h of t minus tau is there and x of tau is there from 0 to infinity. Again, they are not overlapping. So the result of convolution is 0. So as long as the conclusion is whatever may be the value of rt, if it is less than 0, then certainly our y of t is going to be 0. Our y of t is going to be 0. Then let's see the case when our t is greater than or equal to 0. Now let's consider the case wherein we superimpose our x of tau on h of t minus tau when the t is greater than 0 or equal to 0. Now when t is greater than or equal to 0, when t is greater than or equal to 0, let's consider t as 0 right now. When the value of t is 0, when t is equal to 0, then the same signal will get. So it will be this signal from 0 to minus infinity, whereas our x of tau is from 0 to plus infinity. Now at the 0th place, both the signals overlap. There is no non-zero result. I mean, the multiplication is giving us some result. Y of t exists. Now let's take our t as, let's take t is equal to plus 2. When t is equal to plus 2, then the thing would be the signal is right shifted. When t is greater than 0, the signal is going to be right shifted. So it is right shifted by 2 units. Let's say here is 1 and this is 2. Now the signal will come up till 2. Now x of tau is from 0 to infinity and h of t minus tau is from 2 to minus infinity. So from 0 to 2 is the overlapping position, overlapping place. So here both the signals are lying, they overlap and multiplication is non-zero. Similarly, if the value of t is taken to be like 5, then also the signal will be right shifted by 5 units and will get such type of a signal wherein it comes up to 5 and overlapping happens from 0 to 5. So our result would be our y of t as long as t is greater than 0, y of t is given by our y of t is given by this y of t is equal to the summation, the integration. Now this lower and upper limits indicate the starting and ending points of convolutions. Now convolution begins from 0 and it ends at, if t is equal to 2, then from 0 to 2 is the convolution region or overlapping region. If t is equal to 5, 0 to 5. If t is 0, 0 is the only place at which multiplication is possible. So the limits of our integration would be from 0 to t, whatever may be the value of t, because our solution has to be general. So 0 to t, x of tau, h of t minus tau, or x of tau, h of t minus tau, or x of tau is equal to u of tau. As we know, our x of tau, let's solve this one. Our x of tau is u of tau and h of t minus tau is u of t minus tau deta, and the limits will be from 0 to t. This integration happens from 0 to t. So u of tau's value, the value of this u of tau is 1, even u of t minus tau is 1, and the lying, whether it lies on the right side, left side, that all will be taken care by this. So we don't have to worry that one. So 0 to t, this one. When we do the integration, it is simply the integration from 0 to t deta. It is the integration from 0 to t deta. And when we solve this, it gives us the answer t. So the solution of our problem is like this. The y of t is equal to, the y of t is equal to, y of t is equal to 0 for t less than 0, and it is equal to t for t greater than or equal to 0. So the convolution is the process where all the convolution is existing and where all it is 0 we need to find. And when we go for drawing this resulting signal, we know that the resulting signal y of t is 0 for t less than 0, means on the left side the signal is not lying. It means its value is 0 and its value is t for t greater than or equal to 0, means it is this kind of a signal. So this will be the solution of the simplest convolution problem. I hope you understood the process of convolution and will solve some other problems also. So we'll see the next points in the next videos.